It's Live Well Week on AM Northwest. Stop getting caught up in the chaos. Here to share a way to overcome everyday stress, we welcome the author of The Power of the Pause, 90 Seconds to Calm, Reset, and Reconnect. Mindfulness expert Jillian Pransky. Good to have you with us, Jillian.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Your voice is calming just in itself, I have to tell you. So talk to me. It feels like right now, especially in our nation, it is really chaotic. And people probably need to get off their social media and reset and pause, as you said. So tell me about a practice that you suggest we take part in.
Yeah, so pausing, for my experience, is the medicine for our times. We are living on high alert, calling it normal.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, we don't even know that we could feel better. And it's not like our stress is going to change out there, right? Our social feeds and the news are going to be challenging for a while. So we need tools to regulate our nervous system throughout the day, to come back to a place of calm, so we have a flexible nervous system and we don't get stuck in what's called survival mode or stress response. One way to do that is to really understand that we can't think ourselves into into relaxation, or we can't think our way out of stress. That this begins with really re-regulating how we feel in our body, starting to create a sense of ease and send cues of safety up to the mind that we don't have to be on guard, offense, defense, the fight, flight, freeze response all the time. So this is a practice that begins with what I call in the body. And one way that we start, that anybody can start at any time, like right now, is literally sensing what is under your body: the chair, the ground, the floor. Taking 3 breaths just to bring ourselves out of the head, like an hourglass drains or a sand timer drains. Imagine draining the sand down from our head and onto the ground, onto what supports us.
You call that land, right?
I call that land, yes. And I love to use this image of a sand timer. It's an easy one to imagine how we can lower ourselves from that busy, heavy, tense mind back down into our bodies to feel supported by the ground. You know, we don't feel supported. Not only are we stressed racing around, but it doesn't feel safe to slow down.
Yeah, oh, you're right. The practice you have is called LAR, right? So LAR, LAR. So the first was land, and the next is arrive.
Yeah, so once we feel a sense of support under our body, tactile support, so anyone can do this. You literally touch what you're sitting on.
Touching the chair.
And actually allow yourself to rest on it, which starts to release a little bit of tension and allows the breath to arrive more fully in your body. Your breath gets deeper. That is the way we begin to calm, not thinking ourselves, but allowing space for a deeper, bigger, fuller breath. Starts to send a message from the body up to the brain that it's safe to relax. Because here's something that we don't really understand very easily, is that if we're stressed, our nervous system is designed to not relax. It's not a safe option to relax if we feel that we need to protect ourselves.
Right.
So we need to do something different. And we practice all day long. The way somebody might, you guys are in that Northwest, you know, like you have a lot of wild animals, maybe bear. People understand, they train in what to do when they're out on a hike and they see a bear. We can train all day long in re-regulating in just 90 seconds, feeling the ground under our body, taking a deep breath, letting our breath arrive in our body, and then relaxing on purpose, like a go-to place. So I am 30 years later, after practicing, I will always find that I need to relax my jaw.
Oh yeah, I feel the tension in my jaw as well, and the shoulders, for sure.
So once we feel the ground underneath us, for only 1 breath, allow a deep breath to happen in our body. And then we get a cue it's safe enough to start to soften our shoulders, soften our jaw. We have just re-regulated our nervous system. The other thing that's interesting to understand is if we train in that all day long, it becomes a new habit. It becomes a new muscle, a new practice, right? We
Sure.
get good at anything we practice. But the 90-second reason is that neuroscience shows us that a big event, a big emotion, a sense of stress, a stress response has a 90-second lifespan. That means cortisol, adrenaline, the chemistry of our stress rises, peaks, and falls in a 90-second wave. And if we do something different than what we're used to doing in that 90-second wave, which is usually totally interacting with that stress and amplifying it and going into fight flight, if we train ourselves to do something different in that 90-second window, which could be 1 to 6 breaths, 1 to 9 breaths, we can begin to shift what we do when we feel that low-lying anxiety or a little bit of trigger or a little bit of activation, so that more and more we develop the skill for when we need it in bigger challenges.
Absolutely. We want to tell everyone your book again is titled The Power of the Pause, 90 Seconds to Calm, Reset, and Reconnect. Jillian Pransky, thank you so much. Great talking with you.
Thank you for pausing with me.
You bet. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.